This is Darren Aronofsky, the writer-director of Pi.
And Sean Gillette, the lead actor, and playing Max Cohen. There goes Maddie Libatique, our DP.
And that was actually Sean and Luke playing Go with a homemade Go set.
We were shooting in a abandoned, not an abandoned, but a lighting factory in Bushwick, Brooklyn. So we made a Go set out of washers, spray painted some of them silver and the others gold.
Do you still have that set?
Yeah, we had a little extra time on our hands.
Do you have it at home?
I have it around somewhere. There goes Jonah, working hard. Eric Watson with long hair looking like Jackson Brown. And Mom, that's Darren's mom, Charlotte, and Joanne Gordon.
Who's my mom's best friend and was craft services as well as the landlady, the evil landlady in the movie. And there goes Sean having some OJ, and once again Luke Dawson eating all of our food.
Big Red Luke Dawson.
He crashed the set for one day, and he's probably going to be the most visible person in this behind-the-scenes footage.
Charlotte was a mom to us all.
This is our vibrator cam.
See, Eric really does look like Jackson Brown at that point.
It's a project here. Very low.
This is Eric giving my mom a massage. I don't know what that's about.
I can't believe you let this on
Luke
the tape.
Dawson once again.
Ken Ishii, sound man extraordinaire. There goes Laura, our AC.
AD.
Duh.
That's our
the
AC.
Extraordinary Chris Beerline.
And there's Luke Dawson again eating all of our food.
Having a breakfast burger.
Literally, he worked one day and ate more food than anyone in 30 days of production.
Upstairs in the space, we had
the Euclid set.
The set of the apartment. The two walls. You see how the two walls are removable. Those two walls retracted.
So that we could stick the camera behind it. There goes Maddie on the monitor. Hey, Scott Franklin, who was our associate producer and also, responsible for losing everything on set.
Matthew Marafi, and you saw the
He's the production designer. That's Sinclair's.
The beautiful and talented Sinclair Scott Smith.
Oh, there's me with a beard and mustache. I grew the beard and mustache so I could be an extra in the hot seat scene. Didn't need it, but...
You're a terrible extra, by the way.
Oh, I bad extra or bad accent? What'd you say?
I said you're a terrible extra. And
I wasn't an extra.
And also
in the film.
voiceover. I mean, yeah, voiceover. I'll point that out on the other tech.
So what we're shooting here is. That's a nice shot. This footage was all shot by a friend of mine, Sar Klein, an editor in Los Angeles, who came to visit for a day.
We're preparing for a hallucination sequence here where the door smashes open as Max watches in horror.
Were you on set here for Sean? Or
no,
I was
downstairs in the courtyard smoking hundreds of Marlboros.
Right, and now Sean is, how long you been off cigarettes, Sean?
4 months, pal.
Everyone give him a clap. Okay, so this is when the door bursts in. This would be Sean's point of view.
Okay, build it up into shaking.
All of Euclid. That's Matt Marafi behind the door, trying to do a good job as the evil forces invading Max's consciousness.
More violent.
That's a miscommunication.
What did he do? He taped them on so they would snap off?
I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe they hot glued them to the wall so that when they yanked they would fly off, but there would be some resistance.
There was a lot of hot glue on that set.
A lot of hot glue. The whole set was hot glue.
Yeah, we all had some good hot glue burns.
When the set got really hot from the lights, everything started to melt. And there's Marafi coming out of the white void. That's Mylar on the wall to help increase the intensity. Now here we are. We're at the shul. Now where was this?
The 8th Street Shul on 8th Street in Manhattan.
Between B and C.
Yeah.
No, B and C all the way Lower East Side.
It's a great shul that has sort of a tradition of community service in that neighborhood. And the rabbi was very welcoming. And
it was more of like a squatter temple, in fact. I think.
No, I mean it's a working shul.
I don't think
he had AA and NA meetings in the place.
Right. But I mean, I don't think he actually owned it. I think they were actually like squatting rabbis.
Oh, that's interesting.
That was the thing. The whole day was really threatened early in the day, and we only had one day to shoot the shul scene, and it was all threatened almost by the electricity, which we couldn't really pull on. I forget, there just wasn't enough electricity. And then when they went to wire it, I remember Sinclair had to go in the basement. The basement was filled with like 3 or 4 feet of water, and he had to wade through 3 or 4 feet of water with electricity, which was not really pleasing, but we got it done. So that's Stephen Perlman, the great Stephen Perlman. who gave us, his heart and soul, to bring Rabbi Cohen alive. That's Izzy Lifshitz, the the Hasid standing behind me right there, who, besides being an actor in the film and an extra, was also the Barda King and our consulting producer. I think that was his title.
And Judaica consultant.
Judaica consultant.
Izzy brought a lot to the film in a strange variety of ways, but he's a great guy to hang out with.
This is, I guess, it looks like I was doing a cutaway of
the great Ben Shankman at work.
Ben Shankman with Tom Tomanello behind him. Tom Tomanello is a great story. He plays Ephraim, and when he came in to read, he was so nervous. He was so terribly nervous. He couldn't even get the words out. And then then I told him just to calm down, because I could tell he was a good actor. He was just so nervous, and I just was like, all right, just get as angry and as furious as you can and just scream at me. And he just let completely loose and just screamed and screamed, and I was like, Ephraim, and we cast him on the spot.
You and Eric were terrified. You fell back in your chairs all right, we'll cast you.
But that's Sean Gillette bald for the first day. He got the first half of the day he had hair for the to fill in scene, and for the second half he got bald, and actually Eric Watson right there.
Eric shaved his head in sympathy
and solidarity.
Yeah.
Sundance. That's the
green skies of Utah.
That was the Pi Condo with our banner. And there's Eric Watson. We're outside the Egyptian.
The Egyptian Theater on Main Street. This was I think the last screening of the film, so we were already feeling kind of good.
Well, I'm wearing my grandfather's hat and jacket. And there goes my mom, now no longer on the set.
I do. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. What's up?
The ultimately, completely cool Matthew Libatique. There goes Joanne.
Left to right, Tyler Brody, Jonah Smith, and our lawyer Dan Getz, a production lawyer.
The two guys on the left are Plantain Films, who gave us some money to finish the film. This is, I guess, my exhausted toast. We had sold the movie, I think, 3 hours before this, and our fuel had just completely run out. That's funny. The only person who laughs about making money is the executive producer. There goes Samya.
Well, it's funny how at the happiest moment, sometimes the energy is just totally flat and off. It's great.
It's like, look at Samya. She's passing out in the background. But we had really good champagne. That's all I remember.
This really was the Pi family. This is a very tight-knit group. This is the the closing night award ceremony at Sundance '97, and Paul Schrader is presenting the Director's Award.
That's Jeff Gilmore behind him, who is the head of the selection committee.
Schrader, of course, wrote Taxi Driver, is a tremendous director in his own right, and Darren just won the award. It was pretty jaw-dropping. I think
I was so unconscious during this whole thing. I don't even remember walking up the stage. It looks like an alien body moving.
Just getting into Sundance, we were already just flipped out with joyfulness.
Paul Schrader. What do you know?